I was talking about negotiating to win from a client procurement perspective. So I followed Gary, who's the ex-chief FBI negotiator, so no pressure there. So what my job was to talk to the audience about when they're negotiating with client procurement, what to watch out for, the processes, really to help them so when they go away and they've got their next negotiation on fees, hopefully they've got a few things they're prepared to discuss with their client procurement teams. The main thing I want to take away today is preparation. From my side, when I work either client side or agency side, is just lack of preparation from agencies. So you're going in to negotiate with trained negotiators, as procurement people are, and agencies, because they're so keen and they want the work, and they just rush in. And actually it's just taking time and just thinking about their position and saying, okay, if we do this, can we do that? So I have a thing called negotiation domain. And what I'd said to people today was have your MDO, which is your most desired outcome. So you're really laughing if you walk away with your MDO. And then your walk away position is called your LAR, your least acceptable agreement. So if you have those two things, there's also a BATNA, best alternative to negotiated agreement, but it's having your MDO and your LAR when you're negotiating with clients. It's really important for agencies to negotiate and learn how to negotiate. It's a tough environment. There's an oversupply in the market of agencies globally. So for every agency that says no, there'll be someone that says yes. And it's just having that financial and commercial structure, because you are going to meet people like me. We've been around for 25 years. We're more and more prevalent in many organisations globally. And it's just having the information, the preparation, the knowledge, that when you're faced with that procurement person, you just take your time and you think about how you're going to deal with them. Ultimately, it's to protect their revenue. Because procurement people, especially I've had two types of procurement people, Mr. Wolf or Miss Enlightened. If you've got a Mr. Wolf, they're very cost focused. A Miss Enlightened will look at the bigger picture. But if you are faced with a Mr. Wolf and they just want that 20% reduction, it's having some tools and techniques that enable you to go through the process to give them maybe something, but not everything by negotiating. I think the event is brilliant. I think Julian and the team at Network One have done a fantastic job. I think to have such an eclectic audience from people from around the world, independent agencies, it's so important for them. They haven't got sometimes the support of the holding companies' big infrastructure. So for them to come away to a fantastic setting like this, which is unique, and to be able to talk to their peers and swap information and to talk to people like myself and other panellists, just about challenges they're facing, I think it's great. And I think Julian should look at doing it every year. So no, I've really enjoyed it. Some great questions at the end as well from some of the agencies. Networking for me is really important, and it was great. I only got here at lunchtime, but to walk around the sort of the lunch area and just have different nationalities, different agencies, people talking in a really great environment that encourages it. Because these days it is a tough market, and there could be people that collaborate, and obviously that's what Network One is set up for, is to encourage that networking and collaboration, to give scale where it's needed with clients. So I think it's a great event to encourage that, and I'd encourage any agency thinking of signing up, if June and the team do it next year, to sign up. In my presentation, I was under pressure because I was after Gary, so he was a very entertaining presenter with lots of stories. But luckily, the chap who was running the conference gave me a great line about following Gary whilst he had life and death situations. Dealing with client procurement's a lot worse. So that sort of broke the ice a bit. And actually, then when I was going through my slides, Gary was very funny. I started putting some funny stuff in as well, so he obviously rubbed off on me. So yeah, really pleased with how it went, actually. I do tend to present off the cuff, as long as I've got my slides. But yeah, really, and I did it in, I had 20 minutes, I did it in 20 minutes and 25 seconds. And then Gary and I had about 5 questions, which we sort of alternated. So yeah, really enjoyed it, actually. Really good discussion.